Time now for First Alert Weather with meteorologist Rob Nucatola.
Well, happy Friday, everybody. A little cool out there in spots, maybe a little cooler in some than others, but everybody's likely going to see temperatures that slide back into the 40s at some point this morning. Highs today should make it way up into the 70s, maybe the upper 70s like we saw yesterday. Lots of sunshine, and then another chilly night tonight where more of us slide back maybe even a little farther into the 40s. Skies are clear. Conditions are going to stay pretty calm. We're in for a really nice run of weather. Started yesterday, and it's going to continue, I think, all the way into the early part of next week. In Valdosta, we're down to 44 degrees. In Tallahassee, it's 48 degrees. In Thomasville, we're hanging on to 50. Those dew point numbers way back in the 30s tells us how dry the air is after yesterday, those dew points being still in the 50s and 60s. So a big change in the way the air feels, and I think that was something that was absolutely noticeable throughout the day yesterday. Perry's at 45, Mariana's at 44, Blakely and Camilla, the cool spots, at 43 this morning. So it is a little on the chilly side out there. The breeze, if there is one, is more from the north. I think as we go through the day today, it'll still be a very light wind, and it'll be out of the north or even northeast. Nothing that we're going to call breezy, though, not like it's been for the past couple of days. And with the air being so dry, visibility numbers are all up near 1 mile. I think that's where, or near 10 miles, that's where they're going to stay. Now, as far as the setup goes, I don't expect a lot of change over the next 2 or 3 days. The one thing that we will notice is the winds may start to slowly change direction today, still from the north and northeast. By tomorrow, they'll start coming in from the east and southeast, and that usually starts to bring back a little bit of that moisture. Maybe we start to cook up a few of those puffy white clouds. Anything organized that would want to produce showers nowhere near our part of the southeast. We've got this big bubble of high pressure that'll keep things dry for several more days. Now, as it slides away, that will change that wind direction, and that's when we start to bring in a little bit of that low-level humidity, and that's where some of the clouds come from. But that's really all we're looking at over the weekend. Instead of going with straight-up blue skies all weekend, we'll get some of those puffy white clouds too, and that's it. I think we keep the rain chances out of the mix for the next couple of days. We'll start talking about those by the middle of next week when that big bubble of high pressure is finally gone. And you see on the Futurecast, yeah, maybe a couple of clouds from time to time, and that can and maybe will help our temperatures in the overnights if the clouds line up right. Maybe we don't get as chilly as we'll get if those skies stay super clear, although I still think both mornings this weekend going to be a little on the cool side. It will only be that way for a couple hours, and then as we start going through the mid-morning, things are going to be warming right up. If you've got some tender vegetation, some new plants out there, I don't think we're talking numbers that get down below 45 in most areas, so they're probably going to be okay. But if you want to take a little extra precaution, maybe tonight with some of the new stuff, it wouldn't be a terrible idea. On the Gulf today, winds out of the northeast or northwest 5 to 15, so those winds shifting just a little tiny bit. Seas 2 to 4 feet. We'll put a light to moderate chop in the protected waters. We're at that point in the year now. We're past the time change where the UV index can start to inch up. It'll get to the high category for these next couple of days with all this sunshine, and that means we're talking like 30 minutes or less. Unprotected skin's going to burn, so if you're going to be spending some time outdoors in all the sunshine, get the sunblock on. 40s, 50s, we'll call it bright and cool this morning. Sunrise 7:30. This afternoon, we've got a pretty good chance to get to the upper 70s. Sunny, pleasant. What a Friday we're going to have. And then for tonight and tomorrow, we'll see more of those 40s, clear, chilly. Sunset time 7:55, and as the sun is going down, it's going to get cool in a hurry. All weekend long, more sun than anything else. Top temperatures are going to start climbing a little bit more. I think by Sunday and Monday, we're into the lower, if not middle 80s. So maybe starting to get a little warm for some, especially for the very beginning of April. The morning temperatures are going to be a little on the cool side for like 2 mornings. But by the time we get to next week, those numbers will be climbing up too. So we're not talking any kind of serious pre-Easter cold snaps. Just a couple of chilly mornings to get us set for what should be a lovely weekend.